Hi everyone, welcome back to Splash Page. I'm Sean, and as always, I'm joined by Andrew, and we're
Hey,
pulling a little special episode today for Arcane. After watching episodes 4 through 6, we started discussing some of the characters, some of the developments, and we came up with a few really fun theories on who the Firelight are and
yeah,
what they're attempting to do.
yeah. It's the one thing that we don't really know about this show. Everything else, we know all the characters. They've kind of linked up, and this is kind of the one mysterious link in it all. Who is this? Who's running it? Why are they doing what they're doing?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's one of those groups that appears to be leveraging their own agenda. Everything else is very Silco or Piltover or, whatever. But this is a group that we don't really know what they're trying to accomplish. So we thought it'd be fun to do a quick little theory video. Obviously, spoiler warning. We don't actually know if we're gonna be right, but if we are right, then we just want to put that out there that there's a potential spoiler for the show in here.
This is a hypothetical spoiler warning. We don't know if we're spoiling anything, but we might be by accident.
Yeah, and we actually asked about the Firelight in our last video and had some great commenters chime in, some familiar with the game, some with their own theories. And it seems like this isn't a group that is in the game, so really there is no way to know if we're correct or not, which is great because that does truly make it a theory.
Yes, we won't know until Friday or Saturday
Yes,
for me.
yes. Saturday morning cartoons.
Yes, sir.
So the two main theories, and we'll take them one by one. The first is that they are enforcers that are loyal to Grayson. Grayson being the old leader of the enforcers who was killed in the same time that Benzo was killed and around when Vander was killed. She had that really close relationship with Vander and was able to kind of keep everyone in check between Piltover and Zuan, and essentially when she got taken out, Silco and his ranks really started working with Marcus and kind of blackmailing Marcus to kind of take over ownership of that group. So the first theory is that these are enforcers who know what's going on and do not appreciate the corruption and are taking things into their own hands. Weens, what do you think of that one?
Yeah, that makes sense to me too because Grayson really had a lot of influence on a lot of different people and really had a lot of control and a lot of gravitas. She was able to work with Vander, and she was able to keep things running smoothly between the above ground Piltover and the below ground Zaun. She had a lot of influence on Caitlyn, for instance. She had a lot of influence on Vander and a lot of the other characters, and I'm sure all the enforcers that she was working with. So it could be people that are loyal to her and kind of remembering back.
It's obvious that Silco's effects must be larger than just down in Zon and what's happening there. You'd assume that.
They seem pretty negative
Right,
everywhere.
yeah. And we know that they were bribing the inspection officers or whatever that was when they were putting the airships with all of the shimmer into Piltover, which is when the Firelight came and kind of disrupted things. So it would make sense that there is a faction of the enforcers that would want to stop that from happening.
Right. And when they did attack, Silco was ready. He had Powder slash Jinx there to fight back. So this is something that's been ongoing and they know about it and they seem to be against Silco at the very least.
The second theory, and the one that I really like, is that it's not kind of a random group of people that we haven't really met yet. It's actually a character that we got to spend some time with in the first 3 episodes and then was mysteriously missing for the next 3, and that is Little Man or Ekko.
Yeah, that would make sense based solely on the fact that, yeah, he didn't appear in the last 3 episodes. And I hadn't even thought of that until just when we started talking about this video.
And
how did I forget about him?
2 major reasons why I think it would be him, and again, I want to thank everyone that commented on our last video to kind of point at little things. Is first of all, he was super tech savvy. So the hoverboard, his little watch that he was looking at, all of those things kind of speak to some technical savvy and some, ingenuity. The second reason why I think it could be him, and there's a little bit of foreshadowing, is when Ekko was spying on Benzo, Vander, and Grayson. He was up in the attic using a little viewing and listening apparatus, and the way that the lens was hidden was actually in the eye of a mask, lined up next to three
And
other
that
masks.
right there.
And obviously,
And that right there is the smoking gun or smoking
yeah, and
mask,
all of the
I
rest,
guess.
all of the Firelight crew or gang or Firelights all wear a mask. So I think that was a little nod to what was coming. But again, we've been told that this is not a part of the video game or any of the lore. So really, it's a wild guess. I think the show has done such a great job of setting up and paying off things that if it's not Ekko, then it's really going to be a curveball.
Yeah. Well, it would make sense for it to be Echo again because of the mask and because he hasn't shown up, but also because you're right. The show has done such a tight job of winding everyone together and setting up little Easter eggs and hints, like the cupcakes on the
Mm-hmm.
balcony, and then calling Caitlin Cupcake, and then in the game she uses cupcakes, but doesn't really have any story purpose. It's like a little Easter egg there, so that seems like something they would throw in and think of before going, oh man, we need to create a whole new person for this
Right,
mysterious group.
exactly.
Yeah.
Great. Well, I mean, that's what we had for this video. We hope you guys enjoyed it. Let us know if you think we're correct down below or if you have a different theory. Who is in the Firelight? What they're trying to do.
And I guess we'll find out
Yeah, we'll
soon.
find out Saturday morning. And obviously, we'll make our video as quick as possible so we can get kind of a recap of the full season up as soon as possible. So please like and subscribe if you want to hear us keep talking about Arcane.
Talk to
All
you
right.
later.
Thanks, everyone. Take it easy, YouTube.